another powerful distinction as you're navigating the map of feelings is the distinction between catharsis and cathexis. And what does this really mean? There is most of the work that is being done with feelings that nowadays in the modern mainstream culture, it's involved with trying to get rid of feelings, trying to get rid of negative feelings. So they have like this idea of negative feelings, and you trying to get rid of them. You're trying to release them. Release. You trying to get rid. So it's like energetically, it's this pushing away of your feelings, and you go into like this, like I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it, and 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 that's one way of dealing. Most of the feelings work that's been done is in that way of like this pushing away. I don't want my anger. You're like, I don't want my anger, I don't want my fear, trying to push away the fear, trying to push away the sadness, and only keeping the good feelings like joy. So it's like, again, like good and bad feelings, good and bad feelings. So this is part of this context of trying to get rid of your feelings, trying to expel them, trying to release them, get rid of them. And you're gonna see this like in so many different spaces, and there's nothing wrong with it. And what is missing is the subtlety that comes with, and the goal that comes with all of those feelings that they're trying to get rid of. And essentially what happens is that this only works for some time, but then essentially, because there is not enough matrix, or there is not enough inner structure in the being to maintain that shape, essentially the feelings come back one way or another. They come back in a different way, and they come back in this different pattern, and essentially there is not a real meaningful transformation, but there is like a temporary transformation, like I feel nice now, I feel good, and now I can I feel so peaceful, and it's this like sense of ecstasy, but it's very temporary, and it's very fake. It's like a very manufactured, because you're not dealing essentially with the core of how those feelings got there. And so part of the moving into a new reconstructing your relationship with your feelings is going from this distinction that your feelings are neither good or bad. They're not positive or negative feelings. This is bullshit. In this space is bullshit. This is not what we're doing here. And on the other hand, what we're doing here is we are wanting to expand our capacity to feel all of the feelings, from 0 to 100%. So feeling all of the feelings from 0 to 100%, from this distinction that all of the feelings are neutral, are absolutely neutral. So cathexis is on this hand, like all our feelings are absolutely neutral. There is no good and bad feelings, or it's like this shadow of like, how are you feeling? I feel good. There is no good feeling. Like this is part of this context, and part of the all map of feelings. In the cathexis, when you're practicing cathexis, you are looking to integrate these feelings, reintegrate them, essentially get the information from these feelings. You're not expressing them to get rid of them. You're expressing them so that you can get the information that they're giving you. So they're about giving you the information and the energy. So they will give you, I miss an N there. So the information and the energy. This is the two things that the feelings come with, the information and energy, and they're absolutely neutral. And when you see them from this place, it's like is part of this war zone that I talked about. Is like you see a red tape there. It's like, don't go into this feeling. This is a forbidden area. You cannot feel more than 40% of fear, for example. If you feel 40% of fear, that's forbidden zone. So you have created this limitation inside of your feelings body, because you have this belief that these feelings are negative, or these feelings are bad. And then it's very scary, because you have believed that, you have invested in that. That's part of how you have survived into this world, how you have created. So this tension, it creates this clarity that's like, it, I might be okay to feel more than 40%. So as you are navigating into these feelings, it's gonna feel uncomfortable going into these new territories of feeling something bigger than you have felt before. and and yeah, so use these distinctions of catexis to, instead of trying to get rid of whatever is there, trying to get rid of the fear, try to get rid of the anger because you don't want it, because you're disgusted by it, all of these things. Just be there with them, like sit there with these feelings, and ask him, like, what are you here for? What do you have for me? Hello, anger, what do you have for me? So this creates a process of integration, um, integration of your feelings. So if you have, I'm gonna draw a little person here. This is somebody's little stick man, and this is their bubble of space. And on here, I'm gonna draw somebody. He has long arms, right? In this case, so in the catharsis is about trying to get rid of the feelings. So he's pushing the feelings out. He doesn't want the feelings. He doesn't want to take responsibility for the feelings. He wants them out of his system. He wants them out. He's pushing them away. In this method in catexis is about integrating them. So it's kind of like an infinite. Like you're circulating the feelings inside of your space. You're letting yourself build the energy up, and letting yourself build up that energy. Instead of like trying to push it out, it's all circulating around you, going around your bubble, and you are essentially getting the information from each one of these strands, each one of these subtle energies that are being coming from your being. So instead of being pushed away, you are letting them inform you and energize you. You're letting the fear and the anger energize you. If it's an emotion, then you're getting the distinction, like, okay, this is an emotion. I'm holding on to this thing that is keeping me in a pattern that is from the past. So then you get the information about it, and then you can go into a healing space where you can change the more consciously the how these energies are circulating inside of you. And yeah, there is a space for sometimes releasing certain feelings that are not yours. For example, feelings that you took on from your parents or from an authority figure in the past. And then what you do is you create a, a black hole in your bubble. Consciously create a black hole in your bubble. You release that energy, you send it away and give it back to whoever it belongs to, and then you close back the bubble, and then all you have is back more of your own energy. So this is just an example of how this catexis is different from catharsis. And yeah, catharsis is it's not really using the subtle substance of your feelings. It's not using your feelings as a rocket fuel for your life purpose. So that's where I'm at with this. There might be some other distinctions that come up in the program, and that's the basic. I want you to keep this as you're navigating the map of four feelings, that there is these two methods, and to pay attention to which one are you doing. Are you doing catharsis? Are you trying to get rid of? Or are you doing catexis, where you're letting the feeling inform you and energize you? Thanks for watching. See you again in the next one. You're awesome.